Hey, hey. Come in the building. Let's rock. Let's go. Come on in the building. Rock with your girl. Let's go. Everywhere. Come on in the building, guys. Come on in the building. Come on in the building. We are getting ready to get started here. We are going to recap Team USA. You better say it to my face or don't say it at all. I'm really the shit. I don't smoke, I levitate, meditate. And the big three. We get ready to rock down and talk about the big three and give the outcome of how I think everybody looked throughout this Fiba qualifier tournament. On top of that, we're gonna talk about the CBA. I'm not gonna get all in ramifications and get too deep on that, but come on in the building. Here we go. What's going on, Miss D? Let me know if you won't come up, Miss D. Let me know if you won't come up. But this is what we're talking about, guys. I'm gonna come on screen here in a minute, get a couple more people in the building. Let's see who else gonna come up in here, come rocking. Hey. What's going on, ADP?
Hey, Tony.
How you doing, y'all? I got ADP from Art Creation rocking with me today. If she's not on a whole lot, don't worry about it, guys. She got something she's doing, but she's taking some time out of what she's doing and stepping in the building. Come on in. That's all I'm gonna say is come on in. Come on in the building. We're rocking on time tonight. Well, as far as me being on, I know I came on a little bit late, but you know how that goes sometimes. Work is work, and we rock. We work how we work, and we rock how we rock. But while we're doing that, let's go ahead and give our cap up. Give y'all my nice little intro here, because I always make sure that I'm on point. Say it to my face and don't say it at all. Yeah, that's my jam, y'all. That's my jam. Let me get myself on the screen. Let me get myself on the screen. Every because I'm always on go. Let's go.
How was your day, Tony?
My day was fantastic. How was your day, Eddie B? How was your day?
My day was good.
It was good?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Guys, we're going to get ready to get started here. But let's go on and run down this intro. So we're in the building tonight. We're going to talk about Team USA playing in FIBA qualifiers, getting themselves ready and prepared to move forward on into the big stage later on in September. And I do foresee having some of the vets that's truly a part of this team will be playing during that time while getting ready for the 2028 Olympics. While we're doing that, we're going to talk about last night's team and how well they did or didn't do, how they adjust, how they stepped up, who made a statement. Was it Team USA as a whole that made a statement, or was it just a few that made the statement? When we get into that, we're going to also talk about the dominance and the chemistry, the dominance, the chemistry, the importance of each individual player, how they've played, what they brought to the table, and I am indeed, in fact, talking about the big three. How did they brand for the for USA, and how did they look, guys? That's really what we want to talk about. How well did they look, and did they look like they're bringing a huge era, a big impact into Team USA? And we're not going to be biased with one player over the other. We'll talk about all of them, because when we talk about it, we talk about Angel Reese controlling the paint like a force in the night. She is just a freaking nature in the paint and can just get it done. Went on to Caitlin Clark with her pulling up from the logo and getting the assists that were much needed in certain areas of this game, and playing her part, while Paige Beckers has been able to calmly take over certain patches of the game when it came time for clutch situations. So that's the difference that each of those players bring. And that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to bring to you. I want to ask you some questions. You tell me if I'm right, or you tell me if I'm missing something, right? Because I know what I saw out of the big three. So I need you to tell me what you saw out of the big three, right? What were you watching? Were you just watching the game, or were you watching the individual players alone by themselves with this women's team? And then also just a slight touch on the 3-on-3 basketball, because I didn't get a chance to really watch it fully. But the one recap that I did with Sister Keisha, we saw some things in those players, and then we noticed that the very next game, of course, they lost going into the final game to either to win it, win goal, or to basically they ended up with a bronze, guys. They ended up with a bronze, and that's what it is. For highlight plays and different crowd dynamics that we kind of heard and felt in the room. So that's what we can talk about. So trust in the process of this message that we're giving. At the same time, let's go ahead and get into it. And from there, let's go ahead and get this intro started. So I did it a little bit different this time. I came in, I talked to you a little bit, tell you what we gonna talk about. Now let's go ahead and get you welcomed in here properly. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I see you, chat. Before I get started, let me get ADP back up here. And as you can see, I got my girl ADP in the building with me. Hey, She Wins. Thanks for coming to the building. I see you, Chocolate Girl. We know who you are. We know what we rocking with. Moving forward, we got Miss D and we got ADP in here. And I'm sure we're going to get some others slowly coming on in the building before we can really, really dig deep and get a deep dive, Keisha. ADP. I done call you Keisha. You and Keisha don't look nothing alike, ADP. Keisha must be talking about me. Keisha must be talking about me. Must be talking about me, man. Hey, Keisha, stop the nonsense. Don't be talking about me, girl. Don't be talking about me. Now, CBA. Let me show you a quick clip for CBA. Let me go ahead and turn my little tunes. This is my little tunes, y'all. This is my tunes. This my tunes. There we go. We got that all the way down. So let's pull up this clip, and it is a video that I'm going to show here. Which way did you go? Which way did you go? Which way did you go? I just had it up. Oh, I think I just clicked off of it. Here we go. You start moving things around and have to come back to it a little bit later on. I'm letting it do its little long recap there. So we're starting off with the CBA guys. We all know that our president had it done. President had got it done. I look like I'm frozen. I'm moving like every which way on the screen. See me, ADP? Am I frozen? Am I frozen, ADP? I don't know if ADP can hear me. Okay, y'all. ADP dropped down. She couldn't hear me. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me. If I'm stuck like Chuck, I should be. Okay, there we go. We're back at it. We're back at it. We're back at it. I'm not stuck like Chuck. I was for a second. ADP is in and out. She has something she's doing, guys, but she'll chime back in. Hey, guys, make sure you hit the like button on both channels. Hit the like button. Come on over to Court Vision, to whom is hosting this show, and hit the like button. It helps us in the algorithm, helps me in the algorithm. There's ADP. There's ADP. Make sure you're hitting.
Tony.
No, you're okay. Go to both channels right now and make sure you hit that like button on both channels. On both channels
today.
Now, I like going to Yahoo, today's news to kind of grasp most of this stuff. So we can get into it and we can talk about it. But I did have one video I wanted to show. I get to that dang on video. I tell you, every time I get to this, stuff just starts popping up. I start moving slow. I start looking like a robot, especially when everything is super, super clear. And then we got to take it here. We got to go here with it, which is really
That's all right, Tony. Look, you got it. You got it.
Oh, yeah. That girl ain't worried. That girl will stay patient. Question is can the crowd stay patient? Can the crowd stay patient? Okay, I think it's right here. Because I got several up, guys. I got several things up that I wanted to kind of. I'm more the person that love to talk and give you my soliloquy from that portion, because knowledge base is there. Here it is. Knowledge base is there. So I like to just do it from that aspect. But let me just show you this clip real quick.
Okay.
Ready, make a way. What's good? All right, let me put this up here on stage. All right, and let's listen to what our fair lady has had to say in reference to the players' reaction and stuff like that to the CBA.
The breaking news. What's going on?
I know it's
We're
exciting.
talking about breaking news, guys.
This morning that the Players Union and the league, the Wnba, have potentially reached a tentative deal that could bring the players a lot more money. So let's get into it. It came just before 3 a.m. after more than 100 hours.
100 hours, y'all. 100 hours.
The terms, they still need to be finalized, but the biggest sticking points have been over revenue sharing and benefits. Now, according to The Athletic, players' salaries could be directly tied to league revenue for the first time. Get this.
I'm going to pause that. And I want to say this. The reason why this is important. And so one of the things, guys, you'll see us start to stop the clips in between like that, because this is something that YouTube will kind of ding us for if we just let it play completely through and we don't pause and we don't, kind of have our reaction to a video and we just let it play depending on the length of the video. So as you know, the 3-on-3 one that we were doing, and it was shared with me from Keisha's page, mine was taken down. And again, it's because we were commentating, but from her channel and her page, it was not from mine. So on my portion, it got taken down, but it is still up on the Players Club. So I want you guys to be patient with us. We do have to pause here and there. We can let you listen to it. But we're going to have to also have a form of conversation somewhere off in there, give a standpoint. But I like the fact that the W has now considered giving these ladies their just due, the revenues of which they earn. Because right now the league is making massive amount of money off of these players' names, their backs, their sweat, their tears, the injuries, the battles that they go through, the issues that they have, different things like that. So they're finally coming to a head. And let's just kind of go back to what she was saying. This is only like a 154-minute clip, so it's not that long, but I did want to let you guys know that that's what you'll see us doing moving forward.
The average salary is expected to be above $500,000, with some athletes potentially earning up to $1 million per year. Now, of course, negotiations, they were intense. The union initially pushed for 40% of gross revenue, later dropping to 26%. The WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert called the progress, quote, a transformative step forward, praising both sides for their endurance and shared commitment to growing the game. Now, this deal should reflect the league's explosive growth in recent years, with record viewership, attendance, investment. Training camps, of course, they're set to begin April 19th, with preseason games tipping off April 25th. Puts pressure on both sides to finalize the details ahead of the league's 30th milestone, 30th year that it's been going. Two quick thoughts. We're going up to 500,000 if this, gets signed. That's from about 100,000 on average right now.
Long time
That's
coming.
Huge increase. That being
this is what they wanted, right, guys? They wanted the huge increase. So you're getting the revenue shares of what you've earned on what they made off your back, but you're also going to get paid for what you're worth. So it's not just, hey, I'm going to now get paid off my name, but just now you're also going to get paid throughout the league. And this is what was most important, because I know you can Google any one of these ladies pay for how, just look them up and you can see how much they get paid. And they just weren't getting paid enough, regardless to the fact that the season isn't that long, right? It's long enough for them to go through a lot of ailments and injuries, just like any other sport. It's not as long as the NBA, but nevertheless, it's still long. And we'll get into that further on down the line as to why the season isn't that long, and it's not that long based on the fact that you have other sports that's in between there that kicks in. And so with having the dead space and time is why, and that's where the WNBA was able to fit into that time and that space to be able to still get the recognition for the sport and have the fans have just a sole propriety of time watching just the W, without having to say, oh, well, I gotta choose between a W game or an NBA game or an NFL game, right? Because you already have to kind of depict what you're watching somewhat to the degree of the NFL and the NBA, because the NBA starts right in the midst of the NFL. So we got to kind of figure out, like, this is the perfect opportunity, and this is great that these ladies are able to now get paid what they're worth. It's not fully in what they asked for, but it is, quite a bit, and it affords them to be able to start the league on time. Guys, if you're in the chat, go ahead, or you're watching the show and you're not in the chat and you just ear hustling, go ahead and hit the like button. Go to both channels and hit the like button. If you're at ADP's channel, hit the like button. Come on over to my channel and hit the like button, and you're more than welcome to go back. But we want to make sure that everybody that's in here giving you the best of what we have, that you're making sure that you hit the like button on both channels. Let's get back into it.
Being said, the WNBA is not profitable yet. So my business brain goes, okay, we're increasing the player salaries. How are we going to make up that difference and reach that profitability milestone? But great news for the ladies today.
I'll say it's been so acrimonious. It's nice to see them get a deal. Some would say 500,000 still isn't enough for what they do.
No, it is not for what they do, and that's it on that clip. But it is not enough for what they do at all. It is not enough for what they do, but it is still a nice little milestone, right? And if you heard them say, well, how are they going to make up the difference from what they're going to play those ladies? You got to be kidding me if you telling me that you can't find a way, because what else are you doing with the money? Are you sitting there? Are you? Let's see, Quest Tony, how are you? I'm doing good, Goon. I'm doing good. Welcome in the building, everybody. If I missed you, I promise you I'm not ignoring you. I just want to get through the show, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get with the chat and get some feedback from you guys, as well as converse with you a little bit. But you can't tell me that you don't have the money these years that people are saying, oh, the W is broke, the W don't have any money, the W is in a negative. Let me tell you something, guys. The W has not truly been in a deficit like they claim. Yes, they let some teams go because they wasn't making as much money. They weren't getting what they thought that they would receive with the amount of teams that they had when the W started, right? So now that the W is here, you have all of these teams and you're not receiving absolutely the amount of revenue that you thought you would generate, that you generated when the league first started. When the league first came about, they made so much money because you had everybody going to the game, and then it kind of slowed down. So when it slowed down, because they just weren't liking the way, either some people just maybe didn't like the fact that how the game kind of looked after a while. You weren't playing the right players, you didn't keep the right players moving around, number of situations, right? Or they're looking at the draft. Let's take last year's draft, for example. You had quite a few good guards that was in that draft that was let go. They made it through the training camp and they were still let go. Then some of them you have to actually bring back, right? Because some of your vets, they just start getting hurt, or your actual players, they were just getting hurt. Your newbies, they were there, but you still needed space and opportunity for those players that I don't think should have been let go. That's why I don't think a 12-man roster is good enough for this. You should at least have a 15-man roster. And the reason you should have a 15-man roster is for those moments where you have players that get injured, or every team has an ailment somewhere along the line. I don't know any team in the league that remained completely healthy other than the brand new expansion team. They were one of the only teams that had just about all of their players. They did have one that kind of went out for a couple of games, but nothing that would affect the team itself. So you have to be able to have enough players on the team to sustain when you have someone that have an injury and you're not having to pay someone else to come in. And if that's the case, right? If that's the case, and you still say you have a 12-man roster, you still should have 3 reserve. You should have 3 reserve because guess what? Somebody get hurt, that next man step up. Kind of like they had here in Unrivaled. They had the developmental league, right? So if players were injured, a team fell short, they just pulled the player from the developmental league, right? And boom, you had a replacement, and you don't have to worry about going find somebody else or a team just simply being without. So you got to find ways to continue to pay the player that got hurt. Now you got to try to pay the player that is on reserve because now they're sitting in that seat. That's way beyond more than what they're talking about and the scope of things that they're trying to discuss at this moment. You're constantly now, you're going to bring 2 more teams in along with the 2 you brought in and have another expansion. And that too is another 12-man roster. Does that help the league put 24 more players in the league? Yes. So I hope that some of those players that was let go can also have an opportunity to be called back in, and have another shot, have another look at them to see if they will be able to make one of the newer teams. Then remember, you have the free agency. And I don't think the free agency is going to be as free as, of course, everyone thinks it's going to be, and the players are going to stay or go where they want to go. It's going to mainly be the luck of the draw for some of them. You'll get some of those big ones that's going to land someplace if their teams that they're currently on don't have them as a lock-in player. So it's that right there. I can't wait to see. But the league right now have such short amount of time to not only get those ladies situated in a home team where they have a team that they're going to be on, so a home team, still have the WNBA draft at the same time and get those players where they're going to go based on the numbers that was picked. I mean, what say you, ADP?
You know what? I'm saying like all the paintings and the drawings I put up to pay the players, it
Uh-huh.
was worth it. Can you hear Casey?
Yeah, but he's fine. I'm
Okay,
child
I
looking
just
at. I listen to kids all the time.
okay. I was just making sure. Yeah, I'm glad to hear they finally got a deal done and everything's working together, and that NECA and Fee and all them stood 10 toes down for all the players. And guys, fans, you make a difference too. You make a difference because we have these podcasts, we have our social media. We definitely played a part in our players getting paid what they deserve. I think it was good that they didn't fold, and that even though we could have had this handled a long time ago, they wanted to try to test the
Yeah,
players and stuff like that. But the fact that the players stood 10 toes down and they stood together, they told them what they need to do. Hey, save your money just in case, hey, I got you over here on rival. Everybody had somewhere to go if they wanted to go to play in the off season or
yeah,
whatever. But it wasn't just that. Even if nobody didn't, they still had those people back, right? And
yeah,
so I want to say, guys, if you have time, go on Threads, because Erica Willa took the time out while she's traveling overseas out her day to appreciate the fans, because we roll with them from day one. She had like a paragraph post thanking the fans for holding it down. Also, you had Cloud up there mentioning that different stuff, and everybody congratulating Neck and them. But Willer, y'all go read that, because she definitely, which we already knew, we played a part in it. You got to see it, because what we do on these podcasts, and whatever gifts you have to put across social media, the fact that you do that, they're watching. Don't think they're not seeing what you post. Far as the CBA, we've been dealing with the CBA since last year. All them D blocks, all that, going looking into that CBA, it paid off to stand 10 toes down for these players, because you got to know, when it comes to that CBA, you got to know what you're talking about, because
yeah,
it wasn't just about the revenue sharing. The way that they were giving them the meal plans, the living, all that stuff, and the medical, that was crappy. The pregnancy, maternity leave, what they can and cannot do, what I'm saying, on the court for us, after they come back from being pregnant, or why they're
right,
pregnant, the treatment. So
right.
yeah, Tony, I'm gonna sum it up. I'm glad they paid the players, and I'm glad to see they got 40% at least. Do you know about the retirement? Did they say anything about the retirement?
I when I read it, they didn't. I didn't hear a whole lot about it. I didn't
Okay,
hear a whole lot
okay,
about it. It's still more to come. And
okay,
so
okay.
as it come, guys, we're gonna continue to bring you the breaking news, whether it's on all of our platforms or we go on one platform and do it one time. But I do actually truly want to make sure that we're giving you guys the information as it comes. But I can tell you this, man. I just have to go to Stephen A. Smith. You gotta listen to this guy. You gotta
Is
listen
he
to this
tripping
guy.
again? Is he tripping
No, just
again?
no. I hadn't seen it, so I went to go look for Wheeler's message, and he
It's
popped
on
up.
Threads. It's on Threads.
Yeah, I'm
Tony.
on Threads right now. I want to hear
Okay.
this guy. I always got to hear this guy. His old trashy
Oh,
stuff.
oh
Let's
gosh.
see. Let's see. Let's see what Stephen A. Smith got to say,
Oh
y'all. Let's
man.
check out Stephen Raggedy A. S. Smith. Let's see. Uh, but it looks like it says Stephen A. gives NECA uh, her flowers while her
I bet
sister
he do.
China busts with pride. She is bursting with pride, man, as she should, as she should.
Yeah. Yeah. She's been rooting for her sister and been there for her sister.
Yep.
So.
Let's turn him on. Let's go ahead.
To be something that's going to go down in annals. It may not be appreciated at this particular moment in time because we don't understand the magnitude of what she did and what she ended up pulling off. But as we learn more of the particulars, more of the specifics, some of which you already highlighted, and we recognize and we learn what she had to go through to get to this point and how that's going to lead to future negotiations and what the standard is going to be and what's going to have to be lived up to. Your sister's name is going to be all over it. She has set a standard. She deserves to be applauded for it. And the deal that the WNBA players got is a damn good deal because let's face reality, even though things were thriving, the league was making this the claim that they weren't making as much money, that they were losing money, that they had spent years, in the red, et cetera, et cetera. So they were very reluctant to give up what they ended up giving up. But in the interest of fairness, they had no choice at the end of the day because the momentum that was built, led by your sister and some of those folks on the negotiating committee, propelled it to this point. Y'all deserve all the credit in the world. You got exactly what you deserve. Actually, I think you might have even deserved a little bit more, but it ain't like you didn't get anything. You got a lot. You deserve it, and your sister is to be commended for her leadership. Absolutely. She should be applauded, and congratulations to all of them. And of course, Terry Jackson as well. Congratulations to everybody.
Oh, boy, I'm telling you, them
He
Aguma
just had
sisters.
to.
Them Aguma K sisters, first of all, man.
Nigeria, rise up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, those not. Let me tell you, them Aguma K sisters are absolutely fantastic. They're phenomenal women. They're very smart. I told you that I was fortunate enough to be around those young ladies, and my semi-pro team and my high school, and we call them a national travel team versus an AAU team. And the reason why we call them a national travel team is because we travel nationally. We didn't just stay here in the States. We took our team, and if anybody followed me before, my program, we took them out of the country a couple times. So, and then we brought some countries here, and we had a huge tournament in Austin, Texas. So those young ladies, I have been fortunate enough to know them since they were this one here, China, 8th grade, NECA, ninth grade, NECA, ninth grade. So I've played, my organization has played against these young ladies. They were on a Nike team, boy, the Houston Nike Elite. And if anybody was somebody, they played for the Houston Nike Elite team, right? And then you had your other big program in Virginia with Boo Williams. Boo Williams is still a big, huge household name right now because between those programs, our program, and especially Boo Williams' program, they have sent almost every single last one of their kids to college. So, big ups to the sisters who have always strived for greatness and the success that they've always had on and off the court. So my flowers is just like Stephen A. Smith is saying. I give my flowers to these ladies for absolutely being just simply themselves. They're just like Angel Reese. And I'm going to say that loud and clear. They're just like Angel Reese. Why I say that is because she's always looking. Angel Reese, and I'm gonna tell you, China gave Angel Reese her flowers yesterday on Threads. Same thing, talking about how she's always used her platform and everything about Cypress, Texas, via Houston. Yeah, bro, I see you. Absolutely, these ladies are something else. So he knows. They know about the Cypress, Texas via Houston teams, man. Yes, because Houston team is where Brittany Griner played for that program. So, hey, if you're in Texas, you know Texas. Texas is big and they do big things and they have big players, as you can see. But anyway, Angel has always used her platform through and through to basically help others, exploit the other players, and give them a great foundation, and has always talked about something better. She uses her platform in such an amazing way. And that's what
Yes.
China was giving Angel her flowers about, is, just say she just doesn't get enough credit for her defense, because she's such a defensive menace. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, and I totally agree with her on that. But again, I was gonna go to Wheelers. It should have jumped up. Where I'm just gonna have to type her in. Where's old Wheeler?
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
something? Look at
type
my
her in.
girl, boy.
She
Look at
she
my baby
traveling.
girl.
She's going to play overseas. Wheeler is. She's traveling.
And just say, get up off me, menace. Yo.
Sorry, baby. Sorry. I'm so happy, man. Oh man, all that artwork paid the players just standing up.
She pronounces
Man.
it China. No. I hear you guys. I hear you guys. Um,
I
we've
got
always
you.
called her so many. Anyway, moving right along. So I'm gonna come off of this, but back to our discussion. I'm gonna pull up the article. I had the article
Okay.
right here.
Hey Tony, did you see them memes they did of Fee when they said Fee hate to see? When they said Kathy hate to see Fee coming.
Oh, baby,
What you
I
see?
did not. I
You
did
know
not.
it's
You
on
don't have
threads,
it?
girl. No, they on threads. It's so funny. They was like Fee into the building, and they like Kathy looked like this. It was crazy, man. Threads is cooking,
How did she
Tony.
look? How did she look? You can't show me how she look. You said she looked like this. You can't show me how she looked.
No,
You're not even on the screen.
they were doing memes. They were doing memes on Kathy, how she was looking at,
Oh,
how she
okay.
probably hate to see Fee come in that meeting.
Oh, yeah. Somebody put here, Angel Reese is a role model to young girls and women everywhere. She's faced adversity, racism, and backlash, but never let it stop her. She turned it all into success, not just in basketball, but by building businesses, securing partnerships, and bringing more attention to the WNBA. She shows you can go through tough times and still rise above it. Never let nobody dim your light. Shine all the way through. If she made it to the biggest stage and she's not done yet, dreams can come true. And they are a reality, which is huge, right? Because a player
Right.
like that could have took all that negativity and they could have just kind of gave up. And I think that's what those that were coming after her would hope to happen. But I'm glad she's as strong as she is and has been able to withstand the test of all of this nonsense that goes on. Nevertheless, Wheeler, I still can't find Wheeler.
You can't find Willa.
No, I can't find
You
Wheeler.
look
I'm
on
really
that
trying to find
WNBA
Wheeler,
thread.
baby.
Yeah, because it was so Tony. It was so like right on
I know
time.
that's why I
And
want to see it. Let's see. Let me just type her name up, y'all. Unless somebody want to send it to me. Somebody want to DM it to me
Felicia, see if
again.
ask Chocolate Girl. Can she find it?
Hey, she hear you. She hear you in the chat. Hey, if anyone can find the video of Wheeler, please send it to me. DM it to me so I can pull it up for y'all.
That
Pull it up.
post. She made a post. Yeah, that post that she made on
Somebody
thread.
said CBA signed in for next sprinkle of magic. We want Kennedy Carter signed to the WNBA
Yes,
team this
yeah.
season.
I put her picture under there.
Okay, send it to me, Goon. Goon say he got it.
Boom,
Hey,
got it.
y'all,
Okay, okay.
make sure if you are on ADP's channel, hit the like button. Come on over to my channel, hit the like button, and go back. Again, if you're on my channel, go over to ADP channel, hit the like button, and come back. We want to make sure that we both are getting likes from you guys. I have a 38 plus in the building. Make sure you going ahead and you're tuning through. Go ahead and tune through and fill in and show us you love us, right? Show us you love what we're giving you. I love to see
Mm-hmm.
it. I love to see it. Oh boy, waking up here, waking up to hear the news got me feeling like this all over again. Boy, these ladies was crammed. Hey, you remember when they all went and they just showed up in a massive drove doing the All-Star weekend? And they got a picture of God dog 1,
You see
2,
that picture
3,
like
4,
they at
5, 6, 7,
like
8,
they at
9,
the
10, 11, 12, 13,
last
14, 15,
table,
16,
the
17,
supper
18.
table.
Girl, you got about girl, you yes, I saw that I saw that before I saw the Wnba sister on there. Man, they all stuck in there. They all up on top of each other in that elevator. I'm surprised the elevator held all them big old girls.
Look,
But
I
man,
Tony, I was looking at them sitting around that table. I said, "Who our aunts?" I said, "Is our aunts all on one
I
side?"
know. Look,
I
I'm gonna
can
go to
see.
it. I'm gonna go to it. I'm gonna go to it. I'm gonna go to it. I swear I'm not off
Oh my
topic, guys.
gosh.
This is why I can't go to Threads and X and Twix, Twitter and Instagram and all this stuff while I'm trying to do a show because I will get in here and I would just be cracking up. They got man,
We
some of the
told you
stuff I
guys
see
they
on
was
here
gonna get played.
is
Hey.
crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
look
go
at how
off.
yo, I love
What
this
you
pic
find,
right
Tony?
here. I love this pic right here of our babies. Look at our baby. Look at baby Paige and Angel Reese. You know, I
You
read
talking
something yesterday. They from I saw a clip of Chelsea Gray last night, and they asked Chelsea Gray who did she spend her time or hung out with while being there for the All-Star, I mean for the USA qualifiers. And she said, if not my teammate Jackie Angel Reese. And she said that's all I hang out with. See,
Yeah,
that's who
cause
she hang
Dre
out with.
quiet.
Uh-huh. That's what she girls. I'm surprised she did Angel did a video, did a TikTok with Ryan Howard. And you know
Yeah, I
Ryan
was getting ready to tell you. Yes, I was getting ready to tell you that. I was like,
Ryan is so
man,
funny. They
Robert.
said
Yes,
the
yeah,
introvert and then the energizer bunny.
right.
look, she looked stiff doing it, but she was like, it was like she had that
Yes,
face expression like, I'm gonna do it for my girl. I'm gonna do it for, you know what I'm saying?
I
But you
know.
know
Look
how
at our
I
babies, y'all.
am.
Look at our babies. Look at our babies. That's our children. Mama Reese, I'm sorry. Your daughter got some other. She's got some other mamas out here. She's got some step mamas around here.
Yeah, she
Um,
got these aunties
and
and
she got these aunties and mamas from not blood.
right.
Uh,
The
make
village,
oh
the
boy,
village.
yeah. Look, girl, look at what people doing. Look what people doing.
Hold on. I gotta
Look what
zoom
people
in.
doing.
Oh
Who
yeah, I
who
saw that,
who
Tony.
did who did this, y'all? Who's messing
This,
with Bro
this,
Claude right here?
this look
Somebody
like
messing
something.
with Bro Claude. Somebody messing with Bro Claude for real.
That look like some big girl she wears would do right now.
Let me tell y'all something, y'all. Angel is not going to Las Vegas. Angel is not going to Las Vegas. Y'all know they already got they big when they got Nelissa Smith. They already got, and you already have Asia. They are not gonna bring Angel Reese to Vegas. It's cute, but it's not gonna happen.
So
It's
next
cute, but
we
it's not
need.
gonna happen.
So you think we get Raven, Tony?
Um, it's a
It's
possibility.
possible. Okay,
It's
I
a
was.
possibility. It just depends on where she falls. And
Mm,
if Big Bird don't yeah, I called him Big Bird. If Big Bird don't turn around and give away his picks.
yeah,
If she falls
I
where
know
she needs to
it.
fall and Big Bird don't give away his picks. Here it is right here, y'all. I'm sorry, I have to go back to it.
Cause he like them foreign players. Yeah, go.
Look at
Yeah.
this. This is so funny. I can't play the sound, y'all, because they're gonna make me kick it off. Yes, I called that
Man,
clown Big Bird. I sure did. I called him Big Bird.
that's what he look like and act like. You
Look at
right,
this.
Tony. I got
This
you.
is true. This is truly these two for real. Ryan is quiet in the corner, and Angel's over there talking about, get up, girl. Let's go have fun. Let's play Ring Around the Roses or something like that. That is truly Angel. That is funny as hell. Oh my goodness, they're too funny. But you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. You gotta put yourself in a
Yeah, you
position
do.
to make life fun, because there's so many other things going on in the world that you just don't want to put yourself in one of those stuff. Let me make sure and see if it came to my. No, nobody ain't sent me nothing yet. Nobody ain't sent me nothing yet. So I'll move on from that.
Okay.
Now getting away from the CBA. We're gonna get away from the CBA for a moment. Let's see, notification. Okay, well, this isn't what I came for. Everybody's showing Paige and Angel. Oh, y'all so funny. Y'all know that they were super close. They've been always been super close. But back to what Grace said before I move on from the W and the CBA and their negotiations and their decision makings and stuff like that, right? Grace said they call Angel and Paige peanut butter and jelly.
They crazy.
They call them PB&J, y'all. They call Angel and Paige peanut butter and jelly. That is hilarious. Okay, there it is. Goon sent it. Let's see, Goon. Let's see if I can get it. Can I grab it? Goon, you gotta send it to my. I can't pull it out of here. I can't pull it out of there, Goon, for some reason. I can't pull it out of there. Are you able to pull it? I can't pull it out of there. Goon, you're gonna have to DM it to me to my Instagram. You have to DM it. I am so pretty, Tony. Court Vision was so pretty. Don't bring it, put it on my business one, put it on my other one, which is just so pretty, Tony. Trust me, you'll see me. You know it's me. Yeah, no, it's me. Yeah, he called them peanut butter. Don't say peanut butter and bread. Goon is peanut butter and jelly. Although we know her jam don't shake like that. We're just saying peanut butter and jelly. Now, recapping of the last game. My notes are right here. You know, I give you guys the breakdown of the games and how they looked and what they did and what lineups look like what and who, what, when, why, and how. Right? Game 5. Spain. Let's get into it. Spain came in and they were a menace. They were like menace to society for Team USA. They just would not go away. They would not go away. And guess what? I don't blame them. I'm putting up the box scores here. Putting up the box scores, and I know we slightly went over it, but I'm looking at the breakdown. But I want to go to the Spaniards. I want to go to their team. That doggone Maria Ortiz. Maria Ortiz, number 4. Y'all know who she is. She was running our guards all over the court and had them all discombobulated. They didn't know which way to go, what they were going to do, and who was going to pick up who and how they were going to do it. But I'm going to tell you, Maria Ortiz, Marina, not Maria, Marina. She only had 2 points. She was 1 of 5. She had 6 assists, 6 and 4 boards. Because she was running us around so bad. They may be trash, Goon, but they made our guards look like they were playing. Who guarded? You get her. I don't want to get her. You get her. Who got that one? Where's this one? Oh, which way did she go? Which way did she go? That's what our guards were doing. Okay. Paige got her butt in the blender. Cece was in the blender. She definitely was lost. And then you had, I'm going to say, the guard that did the best job of defensive stops was Ryan Howard. And that's why you saw her on the floor. That she only came out to really get a breather, and they brought her back in. Wouldn't you agree, ADP?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Howard in the first quarter, she played. She was in the starting lineup with Gray, Howard, Jackie, Copper, and Hamby. She went out but then she came back in. So that was just a breather for her, because although she went out, by that time, the first player to come in was Caitlin. After Caitlin came in, you had Plum and Paige. No, you had Plum, then you had Paige and Angel. No, I'm sorry. It was Caitlin, then Paige and Angel, then Plum came in. So then the last starter to go out was Gray, and they brought Howard back in. They basically just went with, honestly, those 4, 5, 6, 7. They only went like 9 players deep. That's it. 3 players didn't play. We know that, right? Which was Ray.
Yeah.
They got in. I don't want to say didn't play. They got in with a minute and 50 something on the clock, if even that much. I think it was even less than that. You had Ray Burrell, you had Kiki Arafin, and you had what is her name? Billings. Brian Billings came in. So they came in towards the end, but they were not a part of that rotation. So they really, basically, that tells me that Team USA really only want to see what those 9 players can give them, because that was basically who they were going to try to pick from at that point. And I know we spent a lot of time. We was online yesterday for almost 5 hours, just talking about the different lineups and how it's going to look. Your girl got hungry and sleepy all at the same time. What did she say? You know, Angel's next victim is to convert, right? No, that she gets. Hey, she's not converting, y'all. We can get there. Nope, that's a no-go. Angel is not making that move. You can cancel that. Angel is not doing that. You might as well have said, you know, that was the next move for Asia too. But nah, them women not like that. You have some women that just, you know, I don't want to say they're not strong-willed. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, some of them ladies can be real crazy and persuasive, but I don't see that happening. So we're definitely not. That's a no go. I'm like, no, not our baby girl. No. So yeah, we're not even gonna think. We're not even gonna think like that. That is not the last goal or the last victim or the last dance for our girl. Oh, Angel. Then that first quarter was 16-21. But out of those 2 groups, your big push came in when you had Caitlin, Paige, Angel, Howard, and of course Plum. But like I said, and I'm going to keep saying, I'm going to say it 100 times over, and somebody needs to get it, including the USA coaches. You cannot put Caitlin and Plum on the court at the same time. They're just too ball dominant. You can't do it.
Too. Yep, you were
yes,
right.
Yes, I said it from game 1. It's not a look. It's not a look you want to see, because you have one kind of watching the other, and Caitlin don't need no teacher, as someone politely put it, trying to say Gray is the grandma and trying to teach. Well, technically that would be Plum teaching CC, and she doesn't need a teacher. She don't need a teacher. She just needs to learn to play some defense. She can shoot the ball. Is she consistent? No. Does she have to put up a lot of balls to get a lot of points? Yes. But I'm gonna say this. In this tournament, this qualifying tournament, I did not see her jack up a bunch of shots, which is good, because you cannot do that on a team like this anyway. You have too many great shooters. You have too many players that can finish at the rim. You got too many players that are slashers. And you got bigs that like to run the floor. So I am going to say that. Then we get into the second quarter, and they scored 23. The score was 23-17. And listening to Fiba. Fiba is on crack. I shouldn't say that, allegedly. Allegedly.
Guys, y'all know Tony been hot lately. Why y'all instigating in the chat to get her hot? You don't know what she gonna say.
Because both of them was playing Skip to the Loo, my darling. That damn Plum with all that skipping all over the court. Just get to where you're gonna go. You skip it, and they are not biting. They ain't biting
Right.
not one bit, and you playing Skip to the Loo, my darling, trying to get around somebody. And neither one of them are great defenders. Plum got more defensive skill set than Caitlin, but that's to be debatable amongst her people. I'll let her people debate that shit. But then we get into the second quarter, and the second quarter was kind of somewhat the same. We never broke away. They're laughing at me. They never broke away from Spain at any given time. At one point, we went up 10, and then we get a cut, and then we go back up 10, and then we get a cut, and then we go back up 10. This 23-17, you had the starters were the group that ended the first quarter, which was Angel, Paige, Ryan, Plum, and Cece. And it just, you couldn't really depict out of the post players because Hamby gave you some defense. Hamby scored more because they just didn't worry as much about Hamby as they did Angel. So they took and they made sure. And I saw a clip, someone that you sent me. I think it was either you or Miss D sent earlier today. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. I'm sorry, Big Girl. It was Big Girl. Big Girl sent me a clip earlier today, and it was went ahead and they put in the subtitles as to what the coach was saying, and the coach was literally saying, "We are going to stop Angel. We're going to pinch. We're going to basically, in a sense, we're going to double her when we don't need to, and we hedge out." Another person will come across and they're going to pitch her. They didn't want her getting as many boards. Everybody knows that she's a monstrous rebounder and she's the best rebounder in the world. So, of course, they're basically doing what they need to do to stop her from pulling down and snatching down rebounds, which absolutely she did. And that also kind of affected offensively too. But also our guards had our posts running and just wasn't passing that ball like they needed to. It's just crazy. So in that instance, we ended the half. They actually had subs. So Ryan Howard was in, then Copper came in for her, but then Ryan Howard came back in the game again for Plum. So again, Ryan was the player that they were mainly trying to truly look at because they know what the other players can do. They know Plum's been on the USA team, on the Olympic team. Jackie was on the Olympic team. Gray was on the Olympic team. So they're looking at them and they know that they were on an Olympic team. So they know what they can do and what they're going to bring. So why not give Ryan the opportunity to show what she got? But Ryan did that by putting that ball up cleanly and knocking it down. She only had one bad game out of 4, and that was the last one. Angel Reese, too, had one bad game out of 5, so she had 4 good games and 1 bad game. So dynamically, you got to look at that as a whole. And I did see on the website where they basically talked about Angel Reese defensive dominance, which i.e. What Wnba was saying, right? It was again one of those things where she's saying, hey, she doesn't get enough credit for that. And they just need to start respecting her damn game. They really, truly do. If they don't start respecting her game, that's going to be a big problem because Angel going to let you know.
Yeah.
Angel gonna let you know.
Without talking, she going to let you
know.
know.
Eventually she going to say it like, what happened this last season, right? She know that they weren't giving her calls. Players just pulling her and jacking her out of the air, just pulling her down by her waist. I mean, by any means necessary, just to keep her from scoring, right? But like she said, I understand you doing what you do, but I'm tired of this shit. I've been quiet, is what she said. I've been quiet, I've been nice, and I haven't said anything. But this stuff has got to stop because I'm gonna start saying something because I'm tired of this shit. That was her exact words. I'm tired of this shit. So I'm with you, Angel. We're tired of this crap. Stop putting
Yeah,
it down by the ways. You can hurt her like that, right?
yeah.
She typically can get up extremely high, but she doesn't because she's also making sure that she's okay to land. Remember, she got that rod in her leg and all that stuff. Like I said, I saw in the All-Star game where she went up on that one play and she smacked the hell out of that backboard close by that rim and she landed and she just didn't land. She landed slightly awkward. And I was like, oh, don't you dare try to dunk, Angel. Don't do it. I don't want to
But
see
she's
you do
doing
it at
better,
all.
Tony.
Huh?
She's doing better though.
Yeah, she's doing better. It's just I don't want her
With
landing
Poland.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, she is. She's protecting herself more. She's protecting herself more, and if she feels like somebody's done something versus her just falling awkwardly or falling hard, she's just falling. And I know everybody's like, Angel, get off the floor. You're always on the floor. I mean, I kind of understand why she does it. I understand
Yeah.
why I don't know if everybody else does. So, again, that ended the half with 33-44. Only an 11-point lead, not very much. Like I said, just didn't have the opportunity till we got further down the stretch to pull away a little bit. And that was, of course, at the end of the game where we were up by 12. But before that, we were up, I think, in the second half, we got up somewhere about 16, 18, and they came a running back. So they just never got out of our hair. There was like that gnat that just is in your hair and it's just moving around and you can't never catch that sucker. Yeah. Yes, big girl. We see what the Aces is doing. I showed it earlier. You weren't in
Yeah,
here, but I showed it earlier.
Tony made sure she showed that one.
Aces need to stop that. They are not that. She can't. She's not gonna go to the Aces.
They done
They
put her
already
head
got
on different ones.
Yeah, they put her head on everybody. Poor thing, her head gonna be everywhere. She's just such an astonishing defensive player. So,
Yeah.
if in fact the Sky want to trade her, there it will not be a problem of her going where she would like to go. I'm gonna say that. Now, moving right along into the third quarter. Into the third quarter, you got your lineup. We start in the game 44-33, and your lineup is Jackie. We go back to the starters: Jackie, Copper, Gray, Howard, Hamby. Then you switch out again. You go again. First person off the bench in that third quarter is again Caitlin Clark. Caitlin played about a good 2-3 minutes, 2.5 minutes before they brought in the rest of the players, and which all ended up being again Plum, Caitlin, Copper, Page, Angel. And then, of course, that was the only quarter where Howard did not come back in until the fourth quarter. But she played the majority of that quarter because Paige was the last one to come in. Right after Caitlin came in, Angel came in. Angel and Copper came in. So it's just it's beyond me. And I must say this, and I usually don't get into the messy web we weeds, but I'm about to be messy right now, right? Because
Go ahead, Tony.
your player that was dominating and had the leading scores overall for Team USA going into that game was Paige. It wasn't Ryan, it was Paige. Paige Beckers was leading in scores. It was Paige. Ryan was good in the first game. The second game, she slowed down. She got a couple of shots up, but your consistent Paige and high percentage, when you talk about efficiency, the efficiency went to Paige. Besides game one, the efficiency went to Paige. But Paige had the highest. If you go and you look, it'll show you that Caitlin beat Paige by merely not a very, very small, tiny margin. She beat Paige in that. So it was Paige. It would have gone to Paige. Your third person, you had Caitlin Page Plum. Caitlin Page Plum. I think then Angel was no. Caitlin Page Plum Howard. And then trickle down to Angel and the rest of the team. Angel was either number 4 or 5 or something like that. She was right behind the guards. So she was the first post player behind the guards in the efficiency category. So yes, they're not talking about how many shots you took. They're talking about just pure dominance in the efficiency category on how efficient you were with shooting that ball. You can put up 20 balls and make 10, your efficiency goes down. It's the least amount of shots you can take with which you're knocking down, which is important. So, absolutely. Now, somebody said that Caitlin paid bots to give her numbers. Boy, I tell you, people are diabolical. I don't know if that's true, but I'm not going to also say that I wouldn't be surprised, right? I'm not surprised at nothing that anybody do these days. I see it all, hear it all, know it all. I'm just not surprised, ADP, period.
I know.
But again, that group in the third quarter, so I gave you the third quarter, they scored, it was 17-14. It was the lowest scoring quarter for Team USA. We only put up 17 points that quarter. It was 17-14. And then we get into the last quarter, and Spain decided they want to kind of pep it up a little bit, and we went 23-all as a whole per team in the scoring category in the fourth quarter. But your starters for that quarter was Jackie, Copper, Gray, Hamby. Again, your main starters, and then you put Plum. You have Plum, Page, Caitlin, Copper, and Angel. That comes in as that second wave. But they only played a very short amount of time because they brought in Hamby and Angel played a very short amount of time because you brought in Kiki. And then you pull out who you pull out for Billings and for Ray. Of course, now you're going to pull out Copper and you're going to pull out Caitlin. No, they pulled out Plum and then Caitlin. So as you can see, they utilized that last game, the point I'm trying to make. And of course, we won 84-70. We won 14 points, but they utilized that quarter to get CC over the hump for that MVP.
They did.
No, she didn't. We know she didn't win MVP off of voting. She won MVP off of the efficiency stat that they utilized. I saw it late last night. I don't even know why they do freaking have us vote like that, fan voting, and only to just, I mean, they're going to do what they want to do. So, I mean, go vote and have fun with voting, but do know that they're always going to do what they want to do when it comes to this young lady. They're not going to be fair and critique everyone the way that they're supposed to, because, and I'm just going to say it, and anybody don't like it too damn bad, Mega wants that. They want that. And it is what it is. It is what it is.
But I'm going to say this, Tony, 2028, they're not having those shenanigans.
Yeah. Well, it would be nice. It would be nice not to have the shenanigans, but it is what it is. Her fans that aren't true fans, they are Caitlin fans. They're not fans of the game, will never accept the fact that it's nothing going on. It's not a rivalry. They should be cheering for everybody the same, alike. Cheer for your person loudly, great. But you have something negative to say, keep it to yourself, or do it behind closed door quietly, as they would say. It's one of the terms that we use in the military. Yeah. I think the team players are going to kind of do the same. Everybody on the team is getting along. Right. One thing about us, and I'm going to say us. One thing about us. Say Corsan, with So Pretty Tony. Here's the link to subscribe to my channel. Okay, yeah, thank you. I sure will. I sure will. Thank you. Make sure you come on over to my page and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to my page and my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my page and my channel. I would love to. And if you got something you want to discuss and you want me to come on your panel, we could definitely do that. I would love to. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Please, by all means, come on over to my channel. You can still be on ADP's channel, but come on over my channel, hit the like button, sub up, and then you can go back. But it's one of those things where it is what it is. ADP, they're gonna pick and say and do whatever they wanna do and say, because it's the way of the world right now. And if you don't understand how that is and how it's happening without getting mad, I'm going to tell you sorry for you, because that's just kind of what it is.
No, I wasn't talking about the fans. I was talking about like far as the coaching and the players.
The fans, I know the fans gonna do fan things, But I was talking about how it's gonna go, for the with the coaches and the whole team together. They're not gonna play those type of shenanigans.
Well, when Kara Lawson gets back in, which will be tough for her to coach the team also in September. Maybe she can make a game or two, because she'll be getting prepared for her season. I think she'll be there. I think her assistant coach, she may just allow her assistant coaches to just do all the work. But I caught a session, and it's so perfectly clear, where Stephanie White, in a timeout, went up to Caitlin and was sharing something with her. And it was right after the play. It was right after the play where she took the ball out of bounds underneath the basket. And guys, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. And then she passed it straight in. Yeah, she passed it right in. She passed it into Angel, and Angel scored. Well, all of these coaches have some players on the team. Like, what's her name that's for that the team Billings play on? She's there. Natalie, right? Natalie's there. And that was for the quarterfinals. Who's to say that Billings is actually going to be a part? So don't know. I don't think so. I just think Billings did play hard. Billings is not an Angel. Angel Reese. Just what Angel brought to the floor. And I'm going to go back to Chelsea Gray's interview. When the young ones are on the floor, they definitely bring a different feel and a whole lot of energy to the game. And that came out of Gray's mouth. Chelsea Gray. He said, it was great playing with them, but you can definitely tell the difference when they're on the floor. The tempo goes up. They push the ball. Everything is much amplified when they're on the floor. And so it was great. She said it was great to be able to play with them and just kind of see what they're doing. And he says, the dynamics of those young ladies and how they are. And then she said, especially Paige and Angel, because, those two right there, they're just like two pieces of pie, but we call them peanut butter and jelly. That's where I started laughing. I thought that was funny as heck. So they call them peanut butter, PB and J. That's PB and J. So now every time I see them, I'm be thinking of peanut butter and jelly. But when you think about Reese's, right? Reese's have what? It has peanut butter in it. It don't have no jelly, but it has peanut butter.
No, Tony, they actually have that. They actually have Reese's Pieces P&J. Out.
Shut your mouth. Are you serious?
No, I'm serious, girl. Yes.
Wow, they really got that?
I saw it. I saw it in the store. I promise you. I get it. Look, I just got brave to try the ones you were eating, and they were good. So no, I'm not.
With the Oreos in it, they're good.
Yeah, and they were good. But I am not doing that, because I can't eat nobody peanut butter and jelly. I can eat peanut butter, but I cannot stand jelly. I kid you not. Yes, they do.
Oh man, it's crazy, yo. Look here. I'm gonna say this, man. I love what the young core did, and now let's talk about I said that to jump straight into the big three.
Okay.
Let's see. Tony Natalie Tiggers said that Angel's presence down low opened up shots for big guards because they didn't want to leave her. Yes, I'm 15 minutes behind. They didn't want to leave her. Let's see the guards because they didn't want to leave her. Yeah, she did open up in this last game shots for guards because everything definitely gravitated to Angel. So yeah, we did. So you're just now getting to what I said, how they collapsed, and every rotation around the ball, help side came. Angel decides to run as soon as she steps into the paint. Immediately, if she's up top, she's by herself. They're not concerned with her up there. But as soon as she touched that paint, man, it's like collapse city. They refused to allow her to get a double on them. That wasn't happening. That was no way, no how. They did everything they possibly could to shut that down. So you're absolutely right. And I tell you, I went back, I watched the game again. I am going to call. I see the SWAC conference is going to be ramping up. There's a game tonight with one of my teams that I want to see here in Texas. They play at 8:00, so I may jump on with that game or not. But I did want to come on and talk about them. But briefly before I get off, the big three.
Who's your team? Oh, okay.
No, I'll go to it because I turned it off. Let me go back to it. It's gonna be on ESPN2. So ESPN2. I actually was there. Some show started.
Yeah.
I was just watching the best of NCAA. There's a little show and there's a couple episodes. That's what was just playing right now. I got to see some of the top players, and they talked about their dominance and what they're looking for them in the tournament, as well as if they were AZ Fudd. They talked about her, how she was such a dominant player last year. She's not the player this year that she was last year, but then we got to hear her story. So her story was very, very unique. It was good to kind of hear her story and go through while watching her. Let's see the game that's going to be played. Where is it? So I can tell you right now. Like I said, it's going to be on ESPN2. Right now, you got lacrosse and all that stuff on. I ain't watching the lacrosse. I like lacrosse, but it's not enough to call it. Okay, it's going to be, Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin and Missouri State. I like Stephen F. Austin. We sent a couple of players to Stephen F. Austin as well. So not everybody can go D1, right? But you can get them in school. So school is school, and as long as your parents don't have to pay for it, it is what it is. But Stephen F. Austin is not a bad school at all. It's actually a really good educational school.
You was talking about Fudd. You was talking about Fudd. What do you think of what do you think of them, her parents, where they take one of her arms so that she could use the other hand?
I think that's a great thing. Yeah, they talked about that. And I saw her story prior to this, right?
Okay.
When you're an athlete, one of the things is when you're an athlete and you are one hand dominant, you have to figure out, especially to be able to play at the next level, you have to be dominant in both hands. One hand will always be lesser than the other. Let's take CC, for example. CC does an extremely good job hedging to the left and taking that big hop step over and to get into the midi, but she can't go left. She can't, right? It's difficult.
Okay.
Or going left. I'm sorry, coming right. Right is another one of those things. You watch her game and you will be able to break it down and depict the type of player that she truly is, where she's weak at. And that's why Raven kept her to one side. After they played him the first time and she waved Raven off and did the "you can't see me" to South Carolina and all that stuff, that's what ticked Angel off. Ticked Angel off. That and waving off. Raven and Angel are pretty close. So hey, you protect your family, right? Sometimes close friends are truly family because there's sometimes a perfect stranger could be better to you than your family can, right?
Right.
Not to say that
Yeah.
that's the case. It's just that Angel has built some friendships with some of these ladies to the point where they're close, but they're not close enough to be in that tight knit circle that she has that she can count on one hand, right? But they're
Right.
close
Right.
enough for her to defend them. And I just think it's a natural effect for Angel to protect anybody that she sees being done wrong. I
Yeah.
don't, I'm not gonna, because Cece did it to more than just Raven, right? She waved Raven off. She John Cena like two or three other people. Just the nasty behavior, and so Angel kind of gave her what she needed in that championship game, and that's why everybody hate her at this point. But the hatred should technically be really Angels fans at CC, but we're not doing that because we don't care about that type of stuff. We know that that's a part of the game. Things happen just as CC said when they asked her about it. She says it's a part of the game. So
Hmm.
for there to be issues afterwards is crazy to me, right? But when that happens, back to the point, because I kind of veered off a little bit. I can do that. Just say jump back in, Tony, because I'll veer off. Anyway, to do that is to make a player learn how to use that offhand as much as possible. And if you realize, if you were paying attention to the commentating for Team USA in this FIBA game, one of the commentators said about Angel, oh man, she looks like she's using her left and her right. She does. If you're paying attention,
Yes.
Angel shoots with both, but she prefers dominancy of the left when she's actually right-handed. So it just depends on what you choose. You prefer that you'll have a better look in, and that's what you perfect at. So taping a player's hand, putting goggles on their face, uh, actually taping hands behind your back for defensive movement as well. Like we literally would look, if you can't keep your hands behind your back, we're gonna go ahead and put some tape around your wrist, and we're gonna interlock your wrist so you can get your defensive stance down. But it's nothing that's maliciously done. It's just teaching you how to be better in whatever it is you're trying to perfect. If you only right dominant, you are not gonna make it because you can't go left. If you perfect it and you're really, really good and you get at that next level, they're gonna eat your lunch, they're gonna kill your cookies. So it is what it is. They're
Hmm.
gonna kill your cookies, and it ain't nothing that you can do about it other than eat it. And basically that's what CC has to do defensively. She has to eat it. Because everybody, if you notice in the game, and so this is why I said I'm coming to the big three, and she's a part of the big three, the young core of the young and turn. She'll stay with her man, so she kind of seemed like she was told to stick with your man. Yes, but you stick with your man until someone calls switch. When they call switch, you have to pick up the player that's coming your way, while now the other guard will pick up your player. But but what Caitlin decided to do was stay with her man all the way through, and then you have another person open because this guard is thinking, hey, it's a switch, and so now it's two of y'all on one over here, and the other guard is just over there floating by herself. So
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, absolutely. So you just, I think that that's a thing like right now. And I didn't get the young lady's name. I saved her clip. I'm going to go and I'm going to research her and I'm going to find her story. She is a
Okay.
young player. I think she's a freshman in high school. She
Hmm.
dribbles the ball on grass. She dribbles it
What?
on grass. Yes, because it teaches you to be able to control, to get the ball in control on grass. You know, the ball can on turf can hit here, here, and here. Well, grass, not turf, but on grass, it can maneuver and shift. So it allows you to be able to control the ball more, find the ball a lot easier, while also being blindfold. So she's blindfold and she's dribbling the ball and doing her ball drills that she has on grass. I mean, take Kennedy Carter. Why do you think Kennedy Carter dribbles so well? Kenny Carter had tennis balls. She dribbles on the ground, on turf, on grass, on cement, anywhere you can find that will disrupt the ball for you to be able to gain control of the ball. So now it's just second nature that no matter where the ball goes, your hand will be able to find the ball. It's going to gravitate to where the ball is. So, are you going to be perfect and never lose the ball? No, you're never going to be perfect, but you'll be dang near. You'll be a great ball handler. So that's why they do that. Same thing with shooting. If you say you injure, let's say like you injure your right shoulder and you're dominantly right, then you'll start practicing and shooting with your left to kind of build that muscle and the rotation to be able to get that done.
So you need to do your coaching podcast, girl, because you got it. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I was like, that's why I asked you what you thought of, because I was like, huh?
Yeah, we do it. We do
Okay.
it on purpose.
Okay.
It's purposely done. It's purposely done.
Okay.
They have all kind of little mechanisms that you do when you go to training camps and different things like that. Who you play for,
That's neat.
different leagues you play for, stuff like that. Good rising to you, Proof Golden. We appreciate you, Proof Golden 227. Thank you for coming in the building. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. But yeah, absolutely. That's extremely what it's about. That's extremely what it's about. It's just helping the players become better, helping them build themselves to be a more dominant player on both ends of the floor, left and right, front and back. There's nothing you shouldn't be able to do.
Okay.
Nothing. And our players always in practice.
Wow.
6-hour practices. So you have 3 hour, you'll break for 2, get a rest, shower, eat, shower, lay it down, rest for a few minutes, and then guess what? You back at it for another 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
That's professionalism right there. We train our young ladies from a professional standpoint to help also build that stamina. So, some players can run all day. They can run all day.
Yeah.
And you build that over time. You don't just get that in a 2-hour practice. You don't. It's not going to happen. You're going to suck eggs every time. You're going to suck eggs because most of the time in one session, you're doing drills and skills and running sets. And then in the next 3 hours of practice, you're running and gunning. And we brought college players in and pro players to come in and practice in our practices with the girls. So they already had the skill base and the knowledge to be able to play at the next level. Reddit Milky Way said, Tony, do you think CC isn't utilizing every single ball handling system that is available to her? She just plays fast and somewhat out of control, not robotic like offense. I can say no. I think when it comes to CC, and this is my opinion to whomever decide they want to challenge me on this, please do. CC is a guard that is working on, well, she worked on ball handling early in her life and in her career, where she's been able to perfect certain portions of the ball handling skill set, but she goes away from it. And when you think and you have the mindset that I'm great, I don't need something, you go away from practicing what got you there. And so you'll see at times where she's not as fluent with the ball as she should be. So she's not hitting it at the right peak at the right time sometimes. So does she probably do some ball handling skills? Yes, but not to the effect of where she should be, where she did when she first learned how to handle the rock. So when we think we're bigger than the program, keyword, then we start to shy away from and gravitating from what we did that got us there. And that's what it is for CC. I think that CC has great handles, but it's not as sharp at times as it should be. And that's just because she's not putting in that particular work. She's putting in more work on perfecting her shot, the long ball, and coming off of curls and screens and hedges and stuff like that. But just perfecting her ball handling skill because she feels like she already got it. I'm not locked in with her like that. But when you look at what she's bringing, I don't feel that she's giving more of an effort to work on that a lot more or equally with also her shooting game. I can tell she puts up a lot of shots. We all see that, working on the rhythm and the stance of being able to do that consistently in whatever areas of the floor. That's what she's doing, and that's how she's working it. But again, when you've gone to as many clinics, ball handling PG clinics that she and Paige and Angel have gone to, and I know this personally, you shouldn't shy away from continuously going through those professional ball handling courses and skill sets, because what you do is you become lackadaisical and you don't see the sharpness as hard, you don't see the bouncing the ball as consistent. I'm going to take a few dribbles because now you'll see players tend to scoot the ball versus dribble the ball. They'll scoot the ball because their hand is so much up underneath that they're not calling what they used to call back in the day carrying, right? Now you just look at a player just dragging the ball along with them and pushing it so far ahead of them versus actually dribbling the ball the way the ball should be dribbled. This is okay in society now. So if that's a part of the game, then of course, then why not do it? I'm not going to blame her for doing it, because if, hey, whatever they allow you to do and you get away with, then you're going to do. Is it right? Is it convenient for her? Yes. Is it right? Who am I to say no? I'm not a ref, right? That's going to be the ref determination for that. But I think that the practicing more ball handling skills as she did when she was younger should still be a big thing now. She's still able to dribble through people, so I still got to give her props on that. I can't take that completely away from her. The next question is, do you challenge? Let's see. I do challenge that, Tony, because she see her utilize moves. She does use moves. I'm not saying, Woody Mac, that she's not great at what she's doing. You can challenge it, and I agree. I appreciate you challenging that. But if you're really, really paying attention, because I really am studying every player as they're playing, I'm not just looking at her as just somebody that's there. Yes, can she still dribble through players? Yes. Can she still maneuver? Yes. But we're talking about the solid ball handling skills that she had when she first got into college versus her last year into college versus now in the league. Let's critique it fully, right? But not saying that she's still not dominant doing what she does. So you have to be able to agree to disagree on that. I mean, if you think that her ball handling is so sharp that it's like it was when she was a freshman in college, then go for it. That's your opinion. But I'm going to tell you it's not, because I'm watching it. And it ain't that the players in the W are so profound defensively. There's things that they're doing in a professional level that you just not going to damn get away with in college. You just not going to get away with it in college. But I do appreciate you disagreeing. And that's great, because I love a debate all day long. Right now, she's perfecting her craft from a shooting standpoint. That's exactly what she's doing. Let's see. Real Money says this. You do know both her coaches have benched and are Latin CC in tight 4 quarters. Yeah, because of her lack of decisions. Yes. And it has to do with going fast. We can play fast, and that's the way the young players are playing right now. They're playing fast. And again, just like Kelsey, the ball out queen said, long time no hear from Woody Mac. Glad you're back in the building. Also, she likes to play extremely fast, which is good for a lot of the young players, because that's just the way they play. Angel plays fast. Paige plays fast. Paige plays fast, but extremely in control. extremely in control. And some of the other young players, they play extremely fast. Kiki plays fast. I think that even with Shakira Austin, when she's playing, when she plays fast, she's better than when she plays slow and she has to think about the game. But that's just the difference between the generational type of players. They play a certain way. But pushing the ball isn't the right way of perfecting handling the ball. But if whatever you can get away with it, whatever you can do with whatever league you're playing in, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. Why? Because you can simply get away with it. If you can get away with it, then by all means, go ahead. But when a true defender, such as Raven gave CC after being demeaned by her the year before, that knows exactly your weaknesses, when these ladies understand what Caitlin's weakness is when handling the ball, Mac, then you can come back and you challenge me on that and see if it's going to look the same. When anybody can shoot the long ball, that can shoot it and perfect it. But to work on perfecting that to appease my fans is not what's going to get me exactly what I want later on. Thank you so much for following me, Kelsey. I appreciate you. Much love to you. Thank you. I appreciate you. But when we're talking about, we want to talk real analysis. We don't want to talk about players because they're just simply our favorite. And we are going to give a massive praise on the things that they do when we know that there's parts of her game that is. And I'm going to say this, guys, don't be, Mac does give good insights. I just think that sometimes he get a little bit blinded by CC, but he doesn't give her total praise. So we do know that as well. When she's wrong, she's wrong. When she doesn't have it going on, she doesn't have it going on. And he does critique her in that manner. So I do want y'all to know
that's
that.
a different,
It's okay, Watermack. It seems what you want to get off in a game, Tony. She can get off. The issue seems to be efficiency. Of course, it's efficiency. And I'm sorry you're just now coming in, but that's exactly what we talked about in the early part of this. We talked about efficiency and where the players are and what they're doing and what they were able to do even on the Team USA. So we talked about efficiency. Mm-hmm. And I did say whatever you're going to be able to get away with, of course, who am I to beg to differ on that? If the league you're playing in or the team you're playing on going to let you get away with it. So all of those key points you just laid out have already been talked about. And I know that you're just getting in, so you're kind of catching up. But yeah, those are the things that we talked about already. And it was a question that was asked, and so I'm replying to that question. Also the dynamics of Paige. Let's get to Paige because we've talked about CC and what we think here and there in reference to what she's doing, right? And your question about a player and having her hand tied versus, and so you wanted to know what that meant. So I gave you what that meant. But Paige Beckers is your calm, extremely key clutch player. And I'm gonna give this to Wardy Mack, since that was the question he asked. Efficiency is everything, right? Her three ball is, I'm gonna tell you, Caitlin Clark, three ball is not efficient. Can she shoot it with efficiency with enough practice? Yeah. She's gonna be that knockdown shooter. I'm expecting her to get to the point where she's shooting that shot and not having to shoot it 20 times to get exactly what she wants out of it. Shoot it 5 times, get what you want out of it, get into your midi game, because her midi game is phenomenal. I'm not going to take that away from Caitlin. Caitlin has an extremely efficient, keyword efficient mid-range game, but she won't give us the mid-range game because her fans and everybody want her with the long ball. They want her with the long shot. They want to see the long ball. The long ball is what draws crowds, so that's what she's going to put up. And in this type of game, if you notice, she gave us both. And she didn't go crazy with it. She didn't do too much, and I like that. So she gave us the best of her in this quarterfinals, in this quarter qualifying round of USA basketball. She gave us some great things. And I did say that. However, defensively, she still got to fucking get better. I don't care what nobody say. She need to just damn get better defensively. You can't be out there on that water and that be okay. Oh, well, she's great offensively. So, yeah, we're going to play her and we want to see her a lot. You can't do that. You cannot do that. That shit is trash. It's trash. You got to play defense. Your teammates can't hide you all the time. It can't be. And I'm saying the same thing for Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum is a dog. She get after it. But she was lost in the sauce defensively as well. You put both of them on the floor together. That doesn't mix. You cannot mix them two on the floor together. They need to stop that. Team USA, don't do it again. But that's okay when Kara Lawson comes back. So Nate, he's big on guards. And you see it. He played 4 guards, 1 post. Kara Lawson, she's big on post players. She's big on post. So she's going to play her two posts with her 3 guards. And she's going to make sure that they get that ball inside. So you got different players different coaches with different frame of minds, different things in which they see and how their coaching styles are. Now, remember, he's, like we said before, he's buying time. He's trying to find a way to be a part of this coaching staff and to be permanent. He is working on his resume, so he played the players how he wanted to play them. So that's what I'm going to say about that.
No Johnny Appleseed, please. No Johnny Appleseed, please. Too much. He did too much favoritism. Too much.
Yes. We saw it. He, like he said, stop that shit. So when he gave the team an opportunity when he took over in that first game and they were playing pretty soft, he just didn't like it. And so he went the way he liked to coach. And it's the coach's prerogative to coach him up how he want to. And he gave us a look that we absolutely did not like.
At all.
Look, we absolutely did not like. And so 100%. Does that afford him a coaching position? Don't know. And will Stephanie White, be a permanent coach? Will the other coach from the new team, will she be a permanent coach? Don't know. So we'll find out here soon. We'll find out soon. But again, Paige is extremely efficient. She's extremely efficient. I'm gonna give it that. She's your clutch player, and they talked about it extensively. And so the things that they've said about her and playing on this USA team and her being efficient is truly what it was. We get back. I'm gonna just use the last game for example. She didn't give us best of her because everybody stunk in this last game. I'm just gonna say it. Everybody stunk. Paige was 4 of 9. She had points. She was 4 of 9. She was 3 of 6 from the field, from the 3-point line. They all stunk up this game. Kelsey Plum had 18 points, but that's her doing Kelsey Plum things and not giving the ball up when she needs to because she feels like it's the Kelsey Plum show. That's how she plays. Derica Hamby was probably your most efficient player. As a matter of fact, I forgot she was your most efficient player of that game. She was your most efficient player of that game. Caitlin had an efficiency of 11, Jackie 2, Ryan 1 because it just was not her game. She literally played this game 19 minutes and she had 0 points. She gave us nothing. other than 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. That's what she gave us. She didn't give us absolutely nothing, and she played a lot of minutes in this game. Your most minutes was played, looked like, by Chelsea Gray. Gray played 26 minutes. Because she is and was indeed your point guard, your number 1 point guard for this tournament. So that's just what it was. And she was only 8% efficient. Khalid Copper was 17 and Plum was 20. But Plum ended up being 7 of 9, which she was efficient for sure. But that's because she just, when she was in there, she just wouldn't she barely let the ball go. She barely let the ball go. And you had her and Caitlin in there at the same time. And again, you can't do that. I know people say, oh, well, you know, she didn't pass Caitlin the ball. Well, she's a PG. She's a true PT. She's a true a PG. She's a true point guard. So point guards are going to do what point guard does. And everybody knows that that's the way she plays. And Caitlin, too, is a PG, and that's the way she plays, and that's what she does. She has to have the ball in her hands. So if you're having the 2 of them on the court, like I said in the very beginning when they first put the 2 of them on the floor together, you can't do that. We as fans don't want to see that because we know it's not a good look. It's not a good look for both of them players at the same time. Even in their own minds. They want to play, and now you're trying to figure out who's going to play what position. And I know when they go in there and they typically say, hey, Plum's going to handle the ball. Or, you know, you can come and get it and blah, 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 the whatever way he's running the plays up. But it just doesn't look good. In this game, it was definitely not a good game offensively for Angel. She was 1 of 5. And then she had the 2 free throws. She was 100% from the free throw line. But it's just a disruption of the game. It's the disruption of the game when you have all guards in 1 post. But again, like I said, they had her on lock. They said they weren't giving her nothing. And when when Big Girl posted that, and we got to see the subtitles of what that team was saying, their goal was basically to lock her up and do not allow her to score. And they absolutely did just that. So when she was open, she just didn't finish. And again, we're gonna say, Angel, you need to finish those damn layups. Period. You need to finish what's given to you. Sometimes you're not gonna finish them all, but at least finish 3 of 5 or 2 of 5, something, right? We know that one got tipped and knocked out, and then the other 2 she just missed. She just flat out missed. She had 8 rebounds, but her efficiency was 7. And that's because she was 1 of 5. But other than that game, Angel was one of your top efficient post players. And that's in all of the tournament. That's in all of the tournament. And that's coming from the actual tournament. Commentators. That's coming from the directors. That's coming from the commentators. It's not just me saying it. It's out there, right? That's them saying it. Why? Because they saw what I saw. So we can all agree on the same thing, that she was the most efficient post player in the tournament. She just, this happened to be one of her lesser games where she just didn't fare well. And that's it on your big 3. I gave you big 3. I gave you guys the talk of the CBA and what they're looking like moving forward, and the short amount of time. They have a real small window to now get everything moving, because we're in March. April is around the corner. We are literally in April because we're on the 18th. Today is the 18th. So we're literally in April right now. Just about. You have the draft. You have to get the unsigned players signed and depict what team is going to get who, when, where, what, why, and how. You got the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why. Or how. You got 5 W's, baby. The 5 W's. So that's where we are. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the season is going to start off, who's going to go where, and if teams are going to change and switch up their swaps, and who the number one truly is going to be in the draft. Let's get to the chat real quick. ADP, you have anything before we get to the chat?
No, I'm thinking about that draft. That draft gonna be something else. It's gonna be interesting to see. Cause is our fan, is she at number one? Who they have at number one now, Tony?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Okay,
I got
gotcha.
I got
Okay.
music. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see, who is this?
I was just curious.
Yeah, I'm me, I like to wait till the tournament gets on the way because numbers always change, right? We know who was projected to be what number, but when I'm looking at our fam, man, that girl ended up she's like following Angel. She just loves Angel now, right? Everybody she got to finally meet her. Sometimes you just want to meet people and get to know them for yourselves. So once you meet them and get to know them for yourselves, you do something different. Here now we got this in the chat. If she is not good, why double and triple blitz? Name all the kind of defenses played on CC, yet she still leads the scoring and assists in her rookie year. Why are we still talking about rookie year? We're talking about her rookie year because if we really want to be honest about their rookie year, Angel did what in her rookie year? So let's not come up in here and start talking one-sided. Let's be honest. We talk about double teaming and triple teaming. You're trying to relay. I'm not sure how that conversation actually started because you came in and I watched a little bit of you saying another hater of CC. I don't know if you're talking about someone in a chat or if you're talking about me because I never said I hate CC. You only perceive to think I hate CC because I critiqued her for something that she's not good at. Let's not do that. So again, if you're talking to the chat, go ahead and finish talking to the chat. My job is to now come in and start going through some of your messages and actually conversating with you. If you would like to have a decent conversation, then we could have a decent conversation. But this is not a hate channel. We hate nobody. I've talked about everybody and I talked about what everybody is inefficient at as well as efficient. So that's just the way it is. Oh, ADP, you're on here twice. Which one you want to remove? ADP. I'm not sure where she's at. Anyway, this is not one of those type of channels. So please don't come in here calling me no hater because I'm not a hater. No, we can sit here and we could talk about a number of things. If you want to talk about last year, I think you're talking to the chat. So it says Tony turned up, clutching my pearls. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put you up. You said, okay, just tell me who else gets the defensive assignment other than CC. Just a question. What do you mean who else gets defensive assignments? I do believe Angel got a defensive assignment every night. I do believe that Angel has to play 1 through 5 defensively on a consistent basis. So if that's who you're asking, that's what I'm going to tell you. And in this right now, we're just simply talking about Team USA. But if you want to go to outside of Team USA, because you started talking about last year, then let's talk about last year. Because if you were watching Team USA and what I said, because you're just coming in late, you would know that I've already gave the soliloquy on how the players got doubled and tripled. We can talk about 94 feet all day long, but if Cece chooses to shoot 94 feet, then she should be guarded 94 feet. Let's not do that. If you're going to shoot the long ball, then you should expect for teams to come out and play defense on you so you're not shooting their lights out. That's the purpose of the word defense. I'm supposed to let you be out there 94 feet and shoot 94 feet so you can shoot my lights out and blow my team out while I just stand back and watch you shoot from 94 feet. How dumb is that? You're supposed to play defense on a player like that. So for you to even say something crazy like that is beyond me. Any player that shoots 94 feet should be expected to be defended 94 feet. Any player. If she doesn't get screened from her own team because she's shooting 94 feet, that's her team problem. That's her players' problem. Her players should know, and her coach more so than the players should know, hey, look, they're picking you up 94 feet. Hey, we're gonna bring a screener. We're gonna bring a screener so you can come off the screen and shoot. That's not a defense. That's not a league problem. That's not defensive teams problems. That's her coach problem. That's her team problem. No problem. I'll answer that all day long. I don't have a problem answering anybody's questions because I do know. And if you want to be honest, Angel gets jacked and pulled out of the air by her waist every night. Every night. They've slowed it down and they've showed it a million times. She gets doubled and triple teamed just like Cece, but I don't see anybody coming at her defense. It would be nice to see you guys come at her defense when she's getting mistreated down there in the paint, because they're two of the greatest, biggest stars, and Paige now being a third one, stars in the W right now. And they're all getting challenged. They're all getting challenged defensively. They're all getting picked up in areas that they normally wouldn't get picked up if they were in college, right? So we have to be honest about the game all the way around. Should CC have somebody? That's her coach problem. That's her players, her teammates problem. They got to come set screens for her so she can get open. That's the only way she's going to get open. No defender is going to let a player just shoot their lights out like that. I know when I played, there was no way, and I was a PG, there was no way I was going to let another guard come in and outdo me in my own house. That's just the way it is. I mean, we have to be honest about the game. We have to be honest on what we want to see. Yes, y'all want to see her shoot 94 feet. I want to see her shoot the middies because she is excellent at it. She doesn't miss. From 94 feet, you get a 50-50. He says, and I'm highlighting him more, guys. I see the rest of you, but I want to make sure that I understand him and he understands me, or her, whoever this is behind the scenes here. It says, I just hate when people discredit someone's game, but thanks. I respect your views. Great. I mean, I appreciate it, right? It's the same. We have to, if we want to see a change, right? We have to incorporate that within the team, right? I know that in order for a player like Cece to have an opportunity to give you guys what you want, her teammates have to come and set screens for her. But sometimes if it's one-on-one, yes, I can hear you. Sometimes if it's a one-on-one battle and another player chooses, hey, I'm gonna go help because my teammate defensively, and I'm on the defensive end, she's getting cooked by Cece. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go help. I'm supposed to go help. Why? Because now I'm helping my teammate. And that's the way basketball is played. I'm going to help my teammate not get cooked defensively. And it should be CC's teammates' opportunity to say, hey, well, they doubling my teammate. Man, let me go ahead and come set some screens to give her some help. So it's the same on both ends of the floor. And he says, I agree, her teammates need to do something and credit and create plays for her. Yeah, absolutely. So Ashley said, so is the 20% gross revenue? Remember, when they get that the monies, right, that they're going to, let's go back to that for a quick second. We talk about the amount of money that the W is going to get. Remember, that is split amongst all teams. And when it's the split amongst all teams, the coaches or each team's owners have to make sure that each player get paid accordingly, right? And it's not an even split. You're still going to get paid according to years in the league, and some of them have already capped out, so it doesn't benefit them, but it's a great way for them to be a part of the process to help those that are younger, that have just come in the league, and those coming forward into the league, and the future of the league as a whole. So I really, truly do like that. Let's see, Music says, because CC would find them too. CC is a very good passer. Yeah, she's a good passer. I talked about that too. Sorry you're late coming in, but I talked about CC. I talked about what she's good at, and I talked about what she has to work on. And I didn't say what she's bad at. I just said I used the word what she needs to work on, because I don't believe in demonizing any player. I believe in giving critiques on everybody. Just like my favorite player is Angel, but she's not my only favorite player. I like CC. I love what Paige is doing. So I agree with all of those players and what they're doing, but it won't depict me from saying what they're bad at. If they're not good at something, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like they're good at it at all. I'm going to give a good critique on them. But do know it's going to be for everybody. It's not just CC. It just so happened when you came in, you probably heard me talking about her and the defense that was lacking in the last game of this tournament. But it wasn't just her that was lacking. It was all the guards that was lacking. They all got cooked. Paige got cooked. CC got cooked. Plum got cooked. The only guard, and I said it already, that didn't get completely cooked was Ryan Howard. But they got cooked. The Spaniards, they are really good. They're good at just running you in circles and picking you off screens and doing down screens and V's and curls and just different avenues and ways of getting around the defense. And that's a plus for them. They're amazing at doing it. So I'm going to give them their credit where credit is due. And we just looked a mess as a whole, as a team in that game. Good news for all the ladies. They're getting paid finally. Yep, they're all getting paid. And while you in here for me, Music, go ahead and hit that like button. When you hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe. I love debates, right? Debates are healthy. Debates are healthy. Everybody's not always going to agree, but we can agree to disagree. We love Woody Mack. Woody Mack is a huge Caitlin Clark fan, but he's been with us for a long time. He comes in all of our chats. He says we got to say, he says it respectfully, and everybody can agree to disagree. So sure, come on in, be a part of that team. We love you to be a part. Absolutely. I don't turn anybody away, and I do believe in having civilized conversations. Right. So, because we can all agree to disagree. We don't have to like what each other say, but we have to respect each other at the same time. But everything is always about hate on CC. We just talked about areas. Someone asked me a question on just the ability of players and would she be able to perfect her dribbling a lot better, because like I told them, I've been watching CC since she was in high school. CC was an extremely much better dribbler than she is now. If you think that she can pass the ball well now, imagine the way she was her freshman year in college. We're rough around the edges because we're now going from playing high school players to young women. And now we go from playing young women to playing grown ass women who don't play that. So we have things that we have to grow. So we grow with the game. We grow with the time. We grow with the amount of talent that we're playing against. I think they're not going to go all out on defense to avoid any injuries, because the WNBA is about to start. We all don't want that for our ladies. No, we don't want that for our ladies, but we do. We knew that we would win every single game. We did know that we would win every single game. But we do remember, although that we can say that the big three are shoo-in for the Olympic team, this is still also a tryout. So although they're playing in the FIBA tournament, they still have to play in a way to make sure that they position themselves. So positioning is always key. You don't ever want to give an off day, but you don't want to also put yourself in a position to be. Who else?
Finally made it back.
Let's see. Read Dion. Let's see. It says, tell us about another player's game besides CC. Oh, she was asking Money that. Another question was, let me get that for you, pretty Tony. No, y'all be kind. Be kind. Y'all be kind. Hey guys, I've been on here for 2 hours. I did want to make sure that I give you all the best of my point of view, not someone else's point of view. I did give you a clip or two of something I wanted to show you on the commentator in reference to the CBA. Again, I hope the ladies, I'm so grateful that we will have a season, because I want to see everyone play. I want to see what we're looking like moving forward. Again, I want to see who's going to end up where because of all of the open contracts. Yes, who all will be locked in and will stay at their prospective teams that they were in last season. And then just how the matchups are going to look, and who's going to trade their picks and who's not, and who's going to be transferred to, want to swap, and just different things like that. I'm excited about the W. I'm excited about what we're going to look for in such a quick short time, because again, April is right here, and in April, we're going to have the draft. So WNBA, get to it, because y'all are behind time right now dealing with this CBA. And everybody stop it with all of these different jerseys for Angel Reese. Angel's going to end where she's going to end. Like she said, she's going to be there. The only way Angel will leave the sky is if they trade her right now. Every one of our big three guys, I want to make sure it would be nice to see our big three pair up. And this is the perfect time for them to pair up when we're playing the All-Star and in the Olympics. That's always great. During the regular season, I want them on their own teams, because competition is healthy. Competition is healthy. If you put a team together to make a super team, then what fun is that? What fun is that? I love to see the competition. I love to see the trash talking. We have to get out of trying to depict that the players, when they're trash talking each other, that they hate each other. They don't. They actually really like each other. And this is a job. They're just doing their job. And when you're in between the lines, you're supposed to battle and you're supposed to talk trash. When you're outside the lines, it's all quiet. It's all good. It's all healthy. It's healthy for the game. What's not healthy is the hate. What's not healthy is the hate. The hate and calling people out their names and saying stuff about them that's not a part of the game is a problem to me. And just as Angel Reese misses shots, Caitlin missed shots, Paige missed shots, freaking Asia Wilson missed shots, Plum missed shots. Every player missed shots. So we have to get out of that as well. Every big in this tournament missed so many damn layups. It's unreal. We cannot just pick Angel out in this tournament at all, because Billings missed the most damn layups if we really count. But I'm not gonna pick on a player, right, in that aspect, because we all miss shots, no matter how close they are. We all do. We miss jumpers. We miss layups. Every single player on Team USA missed a layup in this tournament. If Angel and CC gets to be teammates, it's over for the league. You absolutely right. That's why
Right.
we don't need no super team. We need the league to be competitive. And the way for the league to be competitive is for CC to be on her team, Angel to be on her team, and Paige to be on her team.
Right.
You pair any of them up, and it is over for the league.
Right.
You are absolutely right. Teams are
They
going to
are
be
not-
competitive, but they won't win. But you got to get, Asia Wilson has to retire first, because Asia Wilson is an absolute, man, I don't even think she's a monster. I don't even know what's the word for her. Man, she's beastly. She's a monster. She's talented. She's beatable, but her as an individual, if you talk about one's individual game, man, she's so phenomenal, and everyone should want to be as great as her, because she's absolutely phenomenal. Being great is one thing. Being an icon, being just a straight phantom is something else, and that's just what she is. She's a ghost that you can't catch. CC and Angel would be like Kobe and Jack. Yes, they would. A guard and a post. Two most dominant players in the league, and they played extremely well together. That's why I can't wait to see what greatness they're going to give us with Team USA. I think if we can get everyone to understand the dynamics of what that's going to look like, man, that's going to be nasty.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I have to say, can someone also tell me how Plum made the all WNBA team? Well, I mean,
What? Plum is a good player, though.
Plum is good. Plum, remember, CC just did break Plum's record. Plum did it first, and so did Ionescu. But Ionescu had a bad year this year. I don't want to say bad. She didn't have the greatest of season this season. She did okay. She didn't have the greatest of seasons, but it is what it is. But Plum did it first, and so did Sue Bird, and the legacy moves on, and now the legacy is CC's. But the problem is CC is still in the same realm of Plum right now. CC is in her own lane, and I like that she built her own lane. Plum has her own lane, and that's why Plum left Vegas. Plum felt like she was in the shadows of Gray and Jackie and stuff like that. So, I mean, she's a point guard. So you think that they were ever going to sit Chelsea Gray down for Plum? No, they weren't. So it was right that she moved on to build her own name and her own legacy. So that's where we are. That's what I'm talking about with music and vocals, right? That the ladies having their own lane and paving their own way is always good. But at some point down the line, after they've established that, maybe 5 years down the line, if you pair them up,
I can't hear
fantastic.
Tony again.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you. Everybody hear me.
Tony. Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
I can't hear you though.
I can hear you. But yeah, that's what I have. It says I hope WNBA would do that, make CC and Angel become teammates NBA needed that. I don't see any reason why they will not do that. WNBA needs a super freaking team to make the best storyline. About like I said, about maybe 5 years in, I could see a super team happening. But right now, I think them having their own identities is important. But a super team is definitely not out of the works. As you can see, at one point, that's what they did with Vegas. So Vegas did have that at one point, and then Vegas, every time they kind of swap. Let me get my words together. Switch out players and transfer and get different players in and out. This team this season for Vegas should have been a super team, but it's just the young core of players that we have in the league right now is not allowing that to happen because they're so good. And because our young players are so good, it's just not allowing that to happen at all. What should say? Tony, I'm gonna start driving. Okay. I see you, ADP. You can just drive and hear me. I'm getting ready to jump off. I've been on 2:15. But dude, guys, come on in. I am on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I have it set for 5, but sometimes I get on about 5:30, depending on what time I get off work. My schedule is going to be between that window. I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I do welcome you guys to come on back. Let's have healthy conversations. And some sessions will be, I will just come on and it'll be my time to just talk with just the chat. I do want to do a couple of those and let that be a big thing, so we can start having healthy conversations. And maybe at some point when I feel that the conversations are healthy, I'll do open panel. But they have to be healthy conversations. If it's spewing in and coming in about hate, and you can talk about your favorite player, I don't care what you talk about when you come up here, it just has to be with respect. That's it. So with that being said, I do appreciate you, Music and Vocals, for coming in. I appreciate you, ADP, for being on my panel. Miss MSL, I definitely appreciate you. You're always in here rocking. My girls, Red and Milky Way was in here. Wardy Mac, thank you for coming in the building. I know he's already gone, but he'll come back and maybe see the song play back. We hadn't seen him in a minute. I'm glad he's back. Redone, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Everybody that came in the building, She Wins. Who else was in the building? Not for the Week. And just everybody that came in. I appreciate all of you guys. Do know it. I appreciate you when you come in and you can hear what I have to say and either agree or disagree, but also have healthy conversations. I love that. And with that being said, guys, I'm getting ready to just kind of tune on out of here. We're going to close out. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of my music, and we're going to close this out right. Money. Everywhere I'm rolling with it. Everywhere I'm going with it. From top. Again, thank you guys. Thank y'all for coming in the building. It's always real. It's always fun. It's always healthy. Coming in as a new YouTuber and coming in, I do appreciate you guys. You're showing me so much love. I'll get there. I'll be at that number someday where it's a room full that I can't even see everybody's comments. That is going to be so cool. But thank you guys once again for coming in, and we're gonna go ahead and get this closed on out just as we came in. You know, it's a beautiful thing, a beautiful sight. Team USA didn't just win, they sent a message. With Angel Reese controlling the paint, Caitlin Clark launching from deep, and Paige Beckers closing games. This might be the most dangerous trio in basketball right now. If you agree, put a like in the chat. Go ahead, put the thumbs up in the chat, or put a dub in the chat, as as Angel Reese loved to say, dubs in the chat, dubs in the chat. But that's your dynamic three. I wanted to talk about our dynamic three because we get so many, we have lots of conversations about everybody else. Kalia Copper is a phenomenal player. She already has the ring. She has a title. Dearica Hamby is trying to earn her way and make her way. She does play on 3-on-3 Team USA Olympic team 3-on-3. If she does not make the USA 5-on-5 team, she should, however, still be a part of the 3-on-3 because she is phenomenal at it. However, also having Shakira Austin there with the 3-on-3, you could almost go with either one of them, right? Because both of them won bronze. We haven't gotten a gold yet, so we'll see. Ray Burrell came in. She did a phenomenal job. She's another young player. She's in the era with Angel Reese and Paige, along with Caitlin. She came in, gave us a lot of energy in the in FIBA qualifiers. I love to see some more her. However, I don't think that she's going to make the team, but there should be a way where she could be an alternate some kind of way. Because, again, we got a ton of guards. You still got Jackie Young. You got the likes of course, Kelsey Plum. You have the players that didn't show up but will show up for the actual championship round, which will start in September. So with that, guys, I will catch you all again on the next rebound.